It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Where the road to immortality begins for most teams, we're underway for Wild Card Weekend. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Daniel's going to throw to get us started. Completes one to Ben Sinnott. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Daniel's on first down. Jump off caught by his back. And this one does not go far. Offense in the hurry up here. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Second and 10 now. Fits it through the middle. And he's out in the clear. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Rams don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Play fake here, Daniels. Watson with the catch. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Jared Verse on the tackle. Let's see what they went with on third down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Hits his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Offense up to the line fast. Third and short, Daniels. Austin's there to haul it in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. They'll run for this. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, right, you checked down the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
Catch made by Austin. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count.
Okay, ready? Buffalo 18.
Now Daniels off the play action. This finds Austin complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They're going play action. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down from the red zone. Chased out to, and that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Christian Watson with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Commanders tie this game 7-7. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He puts everything behind this one. And this is intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Commanders will take the interception back across midfield before they finally track him down.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Rams come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. One quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're set up with it after the pick to end the first. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Again, the throw now on 2nd and 10. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd and long for him here. It's taken in by Williams. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got 2nd down.
I like that, Kate. That's going to keep a defense honest. That proves that they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to hit.
First carry now for Kyron Williams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It's pretty obvious this defense, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 29. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
This one intended for the running back. And now they're left with 4th and short.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds him on the slant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he gets him around 6 there. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders looking for a score just before the break. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Here we go, set. Ready.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Seven Pirates. Let's go now.
Again, Daniels to the air. Gets this one to Watson. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. They're going to run with Barkley. And he stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. Now the Rams will use the 1st of their timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to...
And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call. Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to the air here. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Daniels. Got Sinnott. It's complete. And he gets it forward and still got a yard out of that. Stop made by Braden Fisk. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Watson with the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. The Commanders going field goal here. This from 48 on the left hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And he elects not to bring this one out, so no run back, and we'll pick things up from the 30-yard line. Here comes the final play of our 1st half. He'll throw it. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 13. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
To throw here on first down. He's going deep. He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were. And the QB just nailed it.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst.
And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams cut into the lead coming out of halftime. And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's out of bounds up across the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. It's into the hands of Barkley. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
Finds his back complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Working quickly here. From just shy of midfield on second down. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense in the hurry up here.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18 Pioneer. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready?
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He's on the move. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Running for the marker on second. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Third and short, Daniels. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On first down, here's Daniels. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain. We're down to one quarter before we determine our wild card winner. It's the Commanders with it. One quarter from continuing their postseason run. Second down now, 7 to go.
19 tight, 19 tight. Let's go.
Daniels now. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Hauled in left side. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
A pickup of just under half. They get 4, and now they've got second and goal at the 5.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They put Austin in motion left. Daniels. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders now lead by 10. Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing. Oh no, they get him yet again. Jeremy Chin has got it. And he makes the house go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders push their lead to 18. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Here we go.
Back to the air, following the pick six. He fires one deep down the middle. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. So that brings up 4th and long.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Desperation time here on 4th. He's looking deep once again, and they pick him off again. And the Commanders get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it right too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarter.
Big gain downfield, and he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders continue piling on to this lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Los Angeles. So the Rams keep the offense out there. They're deciding to try for 2. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. It's caught. And he is going to get in. That's going to cut a couple more off of that lead. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Commanders are able to cover the kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Completed to his running back. He's still going at the 30. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Commanders will have a first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+.
And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders put up even more points in a win. That one right down the middle. And the Commanders make it a 24-point ball game. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. Poor choice to bring it out. Instead of the 30-yard line, they're going to start shy of the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Another run for Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. So score this as a win for the Commanders.